It's Joe Love, the Big Stepper, coming at you live from Soco, New Mexico. And hallelujah. That's all I can say these days. The balance is so evident. It's ridiculous. A girl has been laughing and crying just as much as I'm laughing. The Most High is so good, though, in everything. In everything. New opportunities are opening up. I'm moving, getting fire lit under me, fire lit within me. It's really cool stuff. But how the fuck are you? I hope that you're drinking spring water, eating healthy, eating fruit, organic fruit. Try to go to the farmer's market. Please support your local farms. Oh my gosh. Go and pay that farmer for some eggs, milk, whatever. Start putting some healthy things in your body. Gosh, I start talking about farms and immediately I think of this thing that I saw on the internet. You know, take everything you see with a grain of salt, right? And believe none of what you see and half of what you hear. Girl, half of what you see and none of what you hear. I was seeing there's a farmer saying that since a data center was built next to his farm, that his calves have been having a bunch of stillbirths. And he hasn't had a baby born since. And that's suspicious. That's a little weird. That's a little funky. That's a little stinky. I don't like the way that smells at all. Disrespecting the fuck out of my nose. I don't like that. And yeah. But like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. I don't know shit. I know what I know, and I know it well not to ever forget. Until I realized I didn't know shit the day I came home. We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. I met a little boy that resembled my... Let me stop. Yes, the balance is evident. Avatar, never out of my element. If I can, I'm Star Trekking it too. I mean, let's be for real. Mick Jenkins. I love Mick Jenkins so much. I'm doing things. I'm doing the Albuquerque Spotlight. I recently did a podcast episode or an interview with Albuquerque Spotlight. That was very fun. Did a little performance afterwards. I've gotten a lot of mixed reviews on that. But it's the one thing that stands is my town Soco is so happy that I put them on. A lot of people are like, yes. A lot of people said I had a little too much energy for them folks. And I think they might be right. I think I have a lot of too much energy for anybody, though. Let's be honest. After my interview, I went to what I thought was going to be a dispensary on Central Avenue. No. I was gravely mistaken. This was not a dispensary. This was a private club. On the window, all the windows were covered, but there was a printer paper that said private club in Sharpie, real big. I walked in there not knowing what the fuck to expect. And I walk in and that is the most shrooms I've ever seen in my life. Okay? I haven't seen that much. Like, it was a lot. There was shrooms, there was salsa, there was fireworks, there was weed. There was probably some harder drugs if you would have asked for that shit. But it was just people making a living, you know? Pretty crazy stuff. Immediately, I noticed a man, and there's just something, sometimes a woman has an intuition. This is not no cocky shit or nothing, I promise. I give myself a 5 out of 10, like solid. I fuck with women. Women are so beautiful. And if I had to give myself a rating, I'd give myself a solid 6.5. Okay, I'll give myself a 6.5. But this man... I could just tell he wanted my number or something. He just was looking at me like, damn! Like something. And so I was like, no. Let me find safety. I couldn't find who I originally came with. So I go to a table with a beautiful woman. Oh my gosh, she was gorgeous. She was selling salsa. She was saying, look, I just got a new vehicle. I got to pay this car note. Everything's $10. I was like, okay, beautiful. I will buy a $10 jar of salsa. Yes, homemade salsa. Beautiful. I said, which one's better, the red or the green? And she said the green. And I happily grabbed that green salsa. I haven't tried it yet. And she had samples there, too. I should have had a sample. But she is absolutely beautiful. We start talking about the medicinal benefits of psilocybin. She lets me know that it helped bring her out of her shell, that she was deathly afraid of the public. And now, not so much, you know? And I love that for her. She's able to sell things and come out of her shell. And psilocybin is known to rebuild neural pathways. It's known to help you, you know? A lot of psychedelics are. They're kind of frowned upon, but there's even some theories that Yahshua, Jesus, the Messiah, was a psychedelic drug. I won't get too much into that. All the Christians just left the room. Forgive me. We're moving on. This woman introduces me to a Rastafarian man. And me and this Rastafarian man start chopping it up. And it is just so beautiful. Beautiful, dear. Have mercy. Couldn't thank the Most High more. He recommends a table. He's like, they grow some good bud. It's these 4 white boys so passionate about their herb. And I buy some herb from them. And one thing about me is I'm a homegrown girl. Okay, I do not like the PGR shit that you find in the dispensaries. I don't even want to smoke weed. I really want to quit. But if it's some weed that you grew in your backyard, yes, please. I will take that over the chemicals that they're selling in the dispensaries these days. So I grab my herb, run back into this man that I felt was going to ask for my number. And he makes his first impression and tells me, yo, girl, I just really like your vibe and I want, to talk with you. And so I'm like, do you want to smoke? And so I hold up my bud and he's like, yeah, sure, let's smoke. I'm just hoping to God this man has papers or something because I don't got nothing to smoke this herb with. And we walk outside and he's like, you want to walk with me down the road a little bit? My car's going to pick me up or my ride's going to pick me up over there. And I was like, no, I don't. Actually, I don't. And at that same moment, the Rastafarian man walks out. And I'm like, oh, good. Rastafarian man. Relief. And I felt a little safer. A lot of just weird things happened. I'll make a long story short. Rastafarian man ends up rolling me a joint of my herb with his paper that he got from his top tobacco pack. And it was one of the best joints I've ever smoked. Meanwhile, this other man is in my ear begging me for my number. He was really, and I'm so glad I stood on business because me 6 months ago, a year ago, would have gave this man my number just to shut him the fuck up and blocked him later. But I stood on business and let this man know, listen, I don't want to give you my number. And he finally gave up. And yes, it was beautiful. I had a conversation with the Rastafarian man that will forever stick with me because that's just how it works, right? It was beautiful. And then my heart starts beating and I'm like, I guess I get the paranoia that comes with herb and I get my head brought down from the clouds and I'm like, I need to get up off this sidewalk and go see the Big River Band perform at the 777's bar because I am on Central Avenue on the side of the road smoking a joint with a Rastafarian man, a man who's desperately hitting on me and the co-host of the podcast that I just did. And so I'm like, I gotta go. My heart starts pumping. And I look down, I got my purse, I got my phone. Meanwhile, people are walking out of that private club and they're telling me, don't forget your stuff. That woman has your stuff, okay, ma'am? Don't forget, sweetie. Like, all kinds of tweakers, bro, walking up to me and telling me. And so I'm like, fuck, what could I have in there, bro? What could I fucking have in there? And so I'm like, I don't want to go back in there, but okay, fine. Let's go back in there and see what this woman has. This woman has my songbook and my keys sitting right there on her little vendor table. I was, oh my gosh, thank you so much, ma'am, for taking care of these for me. And I'm overwhelmed. My heart's beating. I'm like gonna cry because I'm just so overwhelmed by I'm just happy that I met the Ross. The conversations I had were just so great. I'll talk about them in more episodes. But I was just blown away, overwhelmed by overwhelmed. And then also, I just felt like just slightly unsafe because, I got the paranoia. I'm on Central Avenue in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I keep repeating this because Albuquerque is like one of the top crime cities in the U.S., isn't it? Like, come on, Jolene, what are you doing? And so I go inside. I thank this woman. I grab her hand. I'm like, thank you. It was so nice meeting you. And thank you so much for introducing me to this Rastafarian man. And she was like, oh my gosh, he's beautiful. The way that she described him was, you could tell this woman was in love with him. And she was just saying, love is just pouring out of him. He's painting me a beautiful purple mosaic. And I was like, purple's my favorite color. And she was like, mine too. And my eyes start welling up with tears. And I point to my eyes and I'm like, my eyes, I'm going to cry right now. And she was like, me too. And I see her eyes start welling up with tears. And it's just, I don't know. Yah is good, man. Hallelujah. In that moment, And so I squeeze her hand. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Boom, I go. And Yah is good. Yah is good. Go and see the Big River Band dance all night with a bunch of old men. And that sounds crazy, right? But it's all innocent. Like, it's fun. It's fun. I'm not good at dancing, but hell no, I'm not going to say no. I am not going to say no to an older man. Like, it's just, it's disrespectful. I'm just kidding. But I love it. I love it. And they get so happy, dancing with a 6.5. So fuck yeah. Hallelujah. The Most High is good. I've been having a lot of conversations with people who I can tell are lonely. Everybody just wants to be seen at the end of the day, And I'm grateful that I'm here to listen. I love to listen to you. I will listen. I will listen. I am that girl at the bar who will listen to you. When I worked at the bar, the regulars, I worked there for a very, very short time. I literally quit last night. But the regulars that would go in, I grew to love them. And I could tell, like, some people live alone. And it gets lonely. Shout out to Wale. He has that song, Lonely. And I've been listening to that song on repeat. And yesterday I heard it and it just hit me like it never has before. It gets lonely. He's like, he starts it off. He's like, it's going to be all right. It's got to be all right. You can thank your homegirls you took all day advice. Maybe this is life, or maybe this is spite. I don't even know anymore. I'm not that type. I'm not about that. Yeah, he's just, I can't pull up the lyrics. Otherwise, it'll stop me from recording this. I already had to re-record this. It was a shame. But everything happens for a reason, And throughout the song, it's just, I don't know. There's the Shabusi. Put some respect on his name. I've mentioned this song in a past episode, and I didn't put his name, but Shabusi, his verse is awesome. He's like, 4 corners of the block you belong to. I'm glad you're finally doing everything that you want to do. I know you love standing on tables and clubs. I'm worried about your well-being because I know what you're drawn to. I'm getting tired of getting drunk at the dive bar. You know what I found out from a prick is that the Capitol Bar here in Socorro, New Mexico is considered a dive bar. And once that was introduced to my vocabulary, now I listen to this song and I'm like, oh, shoot, I know what a dive bar is now. You showed your family on Chevy because it wasn't a NASCAR. Riding way too fast, not good on gas. Because you settled down for anyone who gave you a black card. I've been away sometime. Shit changed don't mean I can change your mind. You've been away sometime. Shit changed and you getting complacent now. Complacent now. And everyone say you fine, but when you out, you don't want to be alone. Cause you feel the way inside, but inside ain't never this cold. I heard it get lonely. Lonely. It get lonely outside. I heard it get lonely. Lonely. It gets lonely outside. Hallelujah, family. The Most High is so good. You know what's crazy? That stupid motherfucker has the song called Outside. Ain't that some shit? Hallelujah.